Hey everyone, give everybody a couple minutes to join. How is everybody this evening? Where's everybody coming from? I'm in Colorado. Hey D. Simoleon, welcome back. Alistair, welcome back. Skyrider, welcome back. Jazz DJ, that's just my free chill hop for YouTube music, so we have something to listen to while we let people join. That's funny though. Hey Renee. Hey Jeffrey, welcome to the stream. Hey Peter, welcome back. All right, how's everybody doing this evening? HVAC, welcome back. All right, so Jeffrey said I just got the X1C and started to learn it. This is my first 3D printer. Glad I waited. Yeah, you waited for a good one. Definitely on that, Jeffrey. Yeah, definitely. Congrats on your purchase. What was the first thing that you printed, Jeffrey? Don't tell us a scraper, but that's probably what it was. Eduardo, welcome back. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining the stream again. Thank you, everybody, for returning. And thank you, everybody, for hitting the like button already. Thank you. D. Simoleon, I printed a scraper today. Hey, the kitty printer that I reviewed last week, it came with like an actual scraper and I didn't have to print it. And it's the best scraper I've ever had. It's a really good one. And I didn't have to print the thing. All right, so let's start by going over Bambu's website. I didn't see anything new. There's no new large format printers that we're all waiting to purchase. I didn't see anything immediately new in the filament. Did anybody see anything new on the website? Yeah, it's just the same stuff. I did get the that gold PEI plate, that new plate that they have. I did get that on order, and it'll be here Monday or Tuesday. I think it's on this page. So this new gold one right here. So I'll be doing a review on that one very, very soon. Welcome to the stream, Steven. All right, so let's go ahead and get our print started here, and then we'll jump into the user prints here. People sent in a couple of pictures. We'll go over if anybody on the stream wants to send in a picture of what they printed this week or has a question about a print or something like that. Here's my email address in order to do that. And then Eduardo, you got the new plate but haven't used it yet. Yeah, Skyrider, I saw that. We'll be going over that here in a minute. D. Simoleon, the engineering plate's the only one that you use. That's so funny. How is it, HBAC? Is the gold plate, is it any good? I have another plate coming very soon that supposedly is supposed to be very sticky when it's hot and will release things whenever it's cold. So sometime at the end of August, it's supposed to be back in stock, and they're supposed to be sending me one to do a review on. So keep a lookout on that one. But I do have this gold one coming out like Monday or Tuesday, so I'll put a video out on that in the next couple of weeks and do that. So I came across this new version of the Y splitter, and a couple of people have asked questions about the Y splitter and if anybody has found a good one or whatever. So I saw this one in the printables thing today when I was scrolling through there looking for something to print. So I thought it'd be cool for us to print this thing, and it only takes like 30 minutes to print. And I figured we'd print it out of ABS and do that. So the link is in the description for this print. So make sure you stop by Ed Johnson's page here and at least leave a like and print this for yourself. And what this is good for is you can run your AMS tube through here and have that connected at all times. But whenever you want to use like one of the carbon fiber filaments or TPU or something, you can use this second splitter here in the back in order to run that through so you don't have to take everything apart there. Yeah, Alistair, is it any good? I ran across this. I've heard a couple people ask about this, so I figured that we would, it's not worth a whole video or whatever, but we could print it during a live stream. A couple of things that I noticed on here that it said print vertically for best results, and it brings up this multi-part object detected, and you're going to want to hit yes on there, and it's showing a brim on there. Okay, and I'm not going to print this on the PEI plate because as we've seen time and time again, the little stuff, it really struggles to get stuff to stick on there. Hopefully that gold plate or the other plate that I'm getting will do that. Here's all the assembly instructions and everything for it. You can read through that whenever you get it. Now it does say if you want to lay it flat that you can do that, but there's like a little piece that goes inside here that you'll want to take out and set vertically or whatever. So there is all of that. In HVAC, that plate works very good. Is it more sticky when it's printing so that you can print the smaller little parts? Because that's really where the PEI plate struggles. And then Jeffrey asked, do you need multiple plates if you show them in the slicer? And HVAC said yes, that it's sticky. What do you mean, Jeffrey? So let's see here. Let's jump into Bambu Studio, and I already have this in here. We're going to use the high temp plate on this one, and we're going to use ABS to print with. If you read the description about the Y splitter, if you can find a small chamfer like he uses, it really helps. What do you mean by small chamfer? Like a chamfer for the PTFE tubes? And it releases easy when cool. Yeah, that's the promise of this other plate that I'm getting as well. Yeah, so yeah, make sure whenever you're cutting these tubes, right, that you just don't like go in there and just cut it with some dull thing that smashes the tube or whatever, or leaves little a lip or whatever on it. So make sure that you clean or chamfer the tube or whatever, and they do make little things for that to help with that. Just make sure that you don't go in there and cut the tube all crazy. I like to use like a utility knife and kind of roll the tube up and down on the knife and kind of roll my way through so it doesn't squeeze the tube. You don't want it to squeeze that tube. That's the big thing. All right, so you will notice that it is flat right there, but you can see there's that little piece that's inside of there. So I'm going to print it with it inside of there and see how it does. As you guys know, if it live stream fails, we'll deal with it on the live stream, and it likes to do that quite a bit. if you got a job that you want is on 4 plates in the slicer, do you need 4 plates for them? No, you only can print 1 plate at a time. That's good to plan out like the next couple of prints that you have. So when like the thing that's done on plate 1, or whenever plate 1 is finished, then plate 2 is already sliced and ready to go, and you can do that, so you can have a whole project kind of printed out. That's what this adding the plate stuff does here. All right, so you can only print 1 plate at a time, but you can put multiple pieces of your project on that plate, on each of the different pieces of the plate there. And then Alistair said, the one I'm printing is the newer version. I printed the previous version, which works for me. I should print the newer version out and see if it's any better. Yeah, I haven't printed a Y splitter out for these yet and used it, but I thought it would be cool to do one, and I saw this new one out there, so. And then Skyrider using Bambu brand ABS. Yeah, that's the only ABS that I have for now. I have some other ABS on the way, and some more different brand of carbon fiber we'll be doing some stuff with. But yeah, I have the Bambu ABS in here. All right, so let's go ahead and go through a print here. So we have the high temperature plate, all that stuff. We do need a brim for this, so let's do outer brim, and I like to do a 5mm brim on there. And then desimoleant. Anyone else have any problems with the cloud this week? I did notice, I forget what day it was, where it was taking a little while for the prints to go through. All right, so let's go ahead and slice this bad boy. It's only going to take about 30 minutes. And we'll go ahead and print. And we don't need to do a time lapse of it, but we will do flow dynamics on there. And thank you everybody for the likes. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you. Yeah, look, we're having a cloud issue right now. Why are you jinxing me? You're jinxing the show here with the cloud issues. Now I'm hung up on 70. Yeah, I was doing this earlier in the week and taking a little while to go through. I remember the first time that I ran into this issue, I emailed Bambu. I thought there was something wrong with my printer and all kinds of stuff. And it was out for like 2 hours, and then it started sending things through the print again. So I have seen it down for hours where it wouldn't send anything through the printer or send anything to the printers. Yeah. And then, yeah, the job's still on hold, desimoleant. It's still on hold in the queue. So whenever it finally goes through, the last job that you put in the queue, it just starts printing. So it'll just start randomly like that. Like if it was held on that 70% and this is what happened to me too. It was like that for 2 hours, right? And then all of a sudden when it starts working again, like it just did right here, boom, it just starts printing all on its own, right? So yeah, if it goes out for hours and hours, that last print job is in the queue. And that's one thing to note. If it does go out for you and you're messing around with your printer, turn that thing off. Because whenever the cloud comes back, it's going to immediately go to this page and start printing. I'm glad I turn my machine off when I'm not using it, Alistair. Good call. But it's not, if you send something to the cloud and it doesn't go through, then there's an issue with it, right? Because that job's still hanging there ready to print. So once the cloud opens up again, it drops that to your printer. All right, so let's get into the user prints here. And the first one is from Renee here with a PLA marble, which you could see the marble in here really good. Yeah, that looks really, really cool. How many pieces is that, Renee? That turned out really good. Jeffrey, I'm using an SD card. So I put the SD card in it in the beginning, and I haven't done anything else. But yeah, that is a way to get around the cloud, Jeffrey, is to just use an SD card. But you won't be able to monitor the print and do all of that stuff. But I'm talking to a camera company right now. Be on the lookout here very soon for an alternative that uses full screen as well as no cloud, and it's a little like portable camera, and you can connect it to Clipper and to Marlin and all of that and do time lapse, but I don't really care about that. I just want a full screen shot of my printers that doesn't have to use the doggone cloud. So yeah, smash the like button if you want a camera that you can monitor your prints with full screen that doesn't use the cloud. Yeah, the cloud issue was serious. Yeah, because what, and the thing that I did too is I kept sending jobs. I kept canceling jobs and sending them and canceling and sending them. So yeah, if a job ever gets hung up like it was right there, did y'all see how I was at 70%? Just leave it with their sorry cloud issues. And Alistair, I'm interested in something like that. Yeah, the Kitty Tech that I have now, that's a single color, but it's a high speed printer. That thing prints pretty good. I'd like to have a little camera just to monitor the print. And I don't want to have to send that over the cloud. Not that I care, like I downloaded this thing from Printables right now. I don't give a crap if Bambu's watching me print something that I downloaded free from the internet or whatever. It's just when they have issues with the cloud and the cloud is unreliable. That's why I don't like it. And like, I have a pretty substantial network in my house. Like, I would rather rely on that. And then Renee said 2 pieces. Wow. Where was the break? Like right here? And how long did it take to print, Renee? Hi, Heather. Welcome back. Awesome. Awesome. And no supports, I'm guessing, on all of that, Renee? Didn't look like you'd need supports on any of that. 7 hours for the bottom, 3 hours for the top. No supports. That's pretty good. 10 hours? That's not bad for how tall that is. That's pretty tall. I'm sure that was about max on both prints there, max height almost. Looks like it. It came out good. Really, really good. All right, type Paris in the chat if you have been to the Eiffel Tower. And if you have actually been up here on top of the Eiffel Tower. So I will type that in the chat because I have been up there. It's been a really long time, but I have been up there. It was pretty cool. I met some people from America while I was up there. It's pretty awesome. Very small world. Oh, awesome. We got some other people that have been up there. Eduardo, Skyrider. Awesome. Awesome. Very cool print, Renee. Thank you for sharing with us. Brought back some cool memories when I saw that. This is when I was in the military. I went to Paris, and I went on top of that, and it was when the World Cup was in Paris, as a matter of fact. It was really cool. It's a very, very cool experience. That thing is giant. It's a really, really cool experience. D. Simoleon Eiffel Tower at Kings Island. That counts as a half. Just kidding. I was looking for John Wick. That's even funnier. By the way, I'm from Michigan. Welcome, Jeffrey. Yeah, D. Simoleon, that counts as half. Just kidding. So you can type in PAR. All right, so let's get into some other prints. And these are from Skywriter. And we actually need to help Skywriter out here. Look at that warping. And this is ASA or ABS, Skywriter. I think it's ASA. Seen the tower in Vegas. That's funny. Welcome to the stream, Jody. Skywriter, is this ASA or ABS that's causing this warping? That's so crazy that it's warping so bad that it's bending the plate. ASA. Two Americans were arrested 2 days ago for sleeping on the tower. That's hilarious. All right, so for warping, Skywriter, here's what I'm going to recommend, and I have limited knowledge on this. I'll let some other people in here, maybe some other people that have printed with a bunch of this, is the warping. Yeah, except for the warping. Love it, except for the warping. The big thing is a constant temperature in the chamber. So the one thing that I can recommend here to possibly try, and this just may be a limitation on the larger prints, like if you're trying to print larger things like that, it just may not be able to do it. What I would suggest is upping the chamber temperature and possibly preheating the chamber using like the bed to preheat the chamber and get the chamber much, much hotter than what it is right now. Skywriter, and try preheating it. Somebody sent me a thing about preheating with ABS and ASA and that helping it. Somebody sent me an email about that. So that's what I would recommend, is set this chamber temperature higher so that it doesn't turn on any fans, to keep it at 33 or 35 C or whatever it happens to be. Up the temperature to maybe 50 or something like that. And up the temp on that, and maybe up the temp on the bed. But I would be careful with upping the temp on the bed. So generally when something warps, okay, it means that two things are different temperatures. So what's happening, well, maybe heating the bed may happening. So I believe what's happening there in your prints here, right, is the bed and the print or the air around it, somewhere the temperature is changing too drastically, and that's what's causing it to warp. So my only suggestion for you, Skywriter, would be to try to get the chamber temperature up, keep on doing the preheating, but boost the chamber temperature up just a little bit, and maybe try the bed temperature, boosting that up a little bit. I want to say with ASA, let's see what the ranges are for that. Okay, 90 to 100 C. So maybe If you're just using the 90C on there, maybe try upping it in increments of 2 or 3, or maybe even 5 or something like that, and see if that helps. Because the bed will help keep the temperature the same, right? You need consistent temperatures in there in order to do that. Bed temp at 105 and nozzle at 265. Wait. Nozzle at 265. Hmm. Maybe that's the issue, is so the why things warp is there's too big of a temperature difference somewhere. Maybe that nozzle being that high up there, it can't keep the rest of it hot enough, right? So what you're printing at the top is a lot hotter than what's at the bed, and that's what's causing it to warp. So I would maybe try to increase the chamber temperature, bring that nozzle temperature back down to the normal temp, and I would bring the bed back down to like 100. I wouldn't go over what's recommended there. But try that. And that the issue with anything warping is there's a temperature difference somewhere. So Skywriter, you got to figure out where that temperature difference is occurring. And if one thing is way hotter than everything else, that's probably where it is. Maybe, I don't know. Does anybody else have any other ideas on that? That's my only idea is, that's why things warp, is there's a temperature difference somewhere, right? With metal, whenever you heat it, right, and it warps and does all of that. So the Alistair, the big thing with ASA is it is very, very similar to ABS, but it has UV resistance as well. So it's weatherproof and a little bit more durable from elements and weather and getting wet and everything like that. That's the one reason why I would choose ASA over ABS, is that it's UV protection and it's a little bit more durable against the elements. And if you go to this wiki down here, it'll show you on the bottom some of the differences and benefits there. For everybody that's new, this is a really handy guide. And if you just type in Bambu Filament Wiki, it'll take you to this page. And this is super handy. It shows you how to dry everything. And are you drying? What are you doing for drying, Skywriter? That's actually a good question. What are you doing for drying? Are you doing the 80C for 8 hours? And Skywriter, ABS is very similar to ASA. ASA is just more UV resistant. Let's see, but the splitters should be okay with PLA, I assume. I would assume so, Eduardo. The issue with PLA is it's a little bit softer of a material, so as the filament goes in and out of it, it's going to wear out a little bit faster. PC or ABS or ASA would be better to print with it because it's harder and it's going to last a little bit longer. You can do it with PLA, just know that it's going to wear out, and who knows, it may take 5 years to wear it out with PLA. It doesn't look like our full screen wants to work today. All right, looks like it's printing just fine. We'll look at another picture from Skywriter here. I use the elbows dryer until it's like 18 to 20% humidity. I'm not sure if any humidity in there would cause the warping. And then ASA prints better than PLA, in my opinion, and supports fall off like potato chips. You know, I've never printed ABS or ASA with supports yet. That's very interesting to know. So you're saying that like the supports and everything here come off way easier with. Oh well, I guess if it's harder, right? Because that's the issue with PLA is it just bends, it doesn't snap off, and you have to sit there and bend, and then it just gets all stupid. Interesting. Interesting. That's good to know. That's a very good point to bring up. Skywriter, thank you for bringing that up. It's a very good point. Yeah, I wondered about the larger, thicker prints, how ASA or ABS may hold up there because it takes a lot of heat. No, you can't wait to get some ASA. Yeah, it prints good. I did the video on it. It's similar to ABS. Use the well ventilated area. Don't sniff your printer while it's printing. All of that. I had two I had two opposite ends of the spectrum on that stuff, man. I had one person say that I'm gaslighting everybody, scaring them, and another person saying I wasn't scaring people enough. So don't smell your printer while you're printing anything. Even PLA, I'm sure that's not good for you either, but don't smell your printer while it's printing. And when you're printing, even with carbon fiber and that stuff, I don't know if that stuff's supposed to stink or not, but even with that stuff, I crack a window and I print in a different room. I don't really hang out in the print room too much. I mean, if I'm in there, I do, but not really much, not a whole lot. And it does stink. You can tell whenever, especially if you open it up when it's hot. Especially right after the print or whatever, if you open the door, boy, it stinks. Yeah, somewhere in there, Skywriters, there's a temp difference, or you're not able to. It may just be too big for it. I don't know. And while we're up to 29 viewers, thank you everybody for spending some of your Saturday with us, or Sunday if you're around the world. I do appreciate it, and thank you for all the likes as well. Appreciate that. And if you're new here and have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask them. Yes, let us know how it goes, Skywriter, and if you're able to figure anything out. But I would say that your issue is temp difference, and figure that out. Figure out where that's occurring. And if anybody else has a picture of a print or something that they want to send in, here, let me put my email address back in here. Go ahead and send them to me. It looks like Renee sent us one more of. Oh, that's a cool one. Oh, yeah, that looks really cool. Let me download this one real quick. Yeah, that's a cool picture. Yeah, thank you for sending that, Renee. That looks really cool. Yeah, and if anybody else has a picture of the something that they printed this week, send it in to us. And then Eduardo, I used ABS to print the PTFE guide extruder Bambu X1 carbon to avoid the PTF tube constantly hitting the glass. Did not hold, PLA did not hold up for this. Yeah, you need something hard for that. ABS or ASA will work there. But something inside that's always going to be inside, ABS is just fine. Always remember that. The difference between ABS and ASA is ASA can be outside and withstand UV light. So whenever you're trying to determine what kind of filament that you need for your print, that's how you determine between ABS and ASA. And you can use that wiki as well that we were just on, right? If you need something that deflects heat, right, then you're going to want one of these carbon fibers, right? If you need something with impact resistance, right, TPU being super soft, or PC, right, and you guys have heard me say before, PC is super hard. And then tensile strength, right? If you need something with tensile strength, your carbon fibers, your PC, and your PA are going to have that tensile strength. Eduardo, I tend to print mainly toys for my grandkids. D. Smolian, same here. I tend to print toys for myself. And one more cool thing about ASA versus PETG, it's noticeably lighter and stronger. Interesting. Another interesting thing. So another thing that you can look at these filaments, to what Skywriter is saying. So if you scroll down here to the Techno Babble, we'll see that PETG is 1.25 grams per centimeter cubed, and this is before you print. So let's see what ASA is. And it does feel a lot lighter, but we'll see if there's any difference in the density. You mentioning that made me think of the density differences. Yeah, 1.05. So 1.25 versus 1.05. And that's before printing. I think there can be some differences, like in that arrow, it shows before printing and after printing densities. But that's one thing to note right there is ASA is a lot less dense than most stuff. Most stuff is around that 1.2 grams per centimeter cubed. The tower was a birthday gift for my mother-in-law. She loves it because she went to Paris a few years ago and it brought back good memories. Yeah, that's cool. It brought back cool memories for me as well. And it looks like we got a couple of prints in here. So let me download these real quick. Oh, Jeffrey, these are the wrong benchies, buddy, for this channel. You got to do the Nimitz benchies on this channel. Just kidding. All right, let's bring up Jeffrey's prints here. All right, see a little failed one right there. That happens from time to time. What kind of filament is that, Jeffrey? Bad table. Was your table wobbling back and forth a lot in the print? It looks like the print moved in a couple of places. That's what happened, right? The print moved halfway through. The table was wobbling. So I think it's on here. Yeah, Nimitz class benchy. That's the coolest benchy, Jeffrey. That's the one that I print all the time. It's the coolest. X-rated benchies. No, I don't do any X-rated benchies, Skyrider. Get your mind out of the gutter. But I do this Nimitz class benchy. Hey, Colorado Adventure Club. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, buddy. I'm going to need your help with the super heavy table pretty soon. Colorado Adventure Club. Keep your back loose. What brand of PLA, Jeffrey? Was it Bambu or was it a different brand of PLA? And there's the infamous scraper. Yeah, that Kitty Tech came with the best scraper I've ever used. The second was on a better table. I'll get that one. One thing that you can do, Jeffrey, is Home Depot or Lowe's sells those big concrete steps, that are like 18 inches by 18 inches or whatever. And if you need to like steady a place down, you put that big heavy concrete thing on their paver. Thank you, Renee. That was the word that I was looking for. Those big concrete pavers. And you can set that down and put your printer on top of that paver. And that'll keep it from shaking around so much because the concrete's so heavy, it'll keep it from moving around that. That's the wrong kind of benchy. Oh, you're going to get me in trouble on YouTube. That's pretty funny. You're going to get me canceled or shadow banned. Be sure to hit that like button. Skyrider's trying to get me shadow banned on YouTube. That's funny. Wow, we got all kinds of pictures coming here. Okay, I'll speed up a little bit. Let's see, this is from D. Simoleon, I think. Hamburger coasters. Is that what that is? Oh, yeah, that's cool. And melted PLA waste into a diamond silicone mold. Oh wow, that looks so cool. What did you melt it in? Is that all of the little poop shoots or whatever? How did you make a mold to melt it or whatever? Like silicone or something, or what did you use for that? That looks pretty cool. Tried the paver, no good luck, so I'm using my computer table. Interesting. Awesome. Yeah, that looks really cool. D. Smoller. All of the poop shooters. All right, we got some more prints coming in from Eduardo. Yeah, these look cool, Eduardo. Thank you for sending these in. Let me download them all real quick. There's a Luigi. And it's a Mario. Those look really cool. How long did those take to print? Yeah, those look really cool. I need to print some more Mario stuff. I'm actually wearing my Super Mario Brothers shirt today, Eduardo. So thank you for sending that. That's a good one. Bought the mold at Hobby Store. All right, cool. I'm in a jet boat hype. Get the old NQ'd up and going, a nozzle for it, and the M-Jet Sprint is a sick 27 3D print. Works very well. I need a good free poop catcher. Any choices? So this may break your heart, Jeffrey, but I cut a hole in the table and put a trash can under it because all of the little poop catchers that you have that go around the side and do all of that nonsense, like my Mandalorian print or my Baby Yoda print, those things filled up multiple times and just got poop stuff everywhere. The only thing that I've had any success with is just making a little chute that goes directly to a hole in the table, and then I have a trash can directly under it. 24 hours, that's not bad for all four of them at the same time, right, Eduardo? That's not bad at all. And those look multicolor printed to me, Jody, but good question. Yeah, multicolor with AMS. Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color, 2 AMSs, 5 color, Eduardo. Is that correct? Or is that the same color of blue in the eyes? I let it fall behind and get it with the shop vac. That's funny, Decimoleon. That's hilarious. Six colors, 2 AMS. Are the shoes and the mustache different brown? Is that the sixth color? Or, oh, black. I missed black. Very cool. All right, let's keep going here. Then we got some cool Bowsers. Those look cool as well. Those turned out really cool. And a cool Jurassic Park sign. And then Jody sent us some pieces here. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. And these were a centerpiece for a grad party. Jeep is on printables, but you made the custom net, doors, rims, and spare tire rack. Super cool. Is this carbon fiber? The black? by chance? It looks kind of like the PETG or PET carbon fiber a little bit. Regular PLA. Yeah, this turned out really cool. Oh wow, it even has the engine in there. That's really cool. Yeah, that turned out really cool, Cody. Or Jody, thank you for sending that. TPU tires. Interesting. That's really cool. And then Colorado Adventure Club sent in his jet boats here. And Eduardo, I think Jody said that that was on printables. That's pretty cool. What did you print this out of, Colorado Adventure Club? Is this just PLA? This would be another good application for ASA right here for those that are watching. PLA Plus. All right, and then Eduardo sent us a couple more. Wow, that Spider-Man looks cool. And then what is this one? Espresso? Is that like a grinder for espresso or something like that? Or packer or whatever that is? That looks cool. All those little gears in there look cool. What is this printed out of? PLA Plus, and you lacquered it, and then you designed the nozzle for the boat. That's pretty cool. Did you post it on anywhere, or are you trying to sell it or anything? Lost the original one. That's funny. WDT for espresso. Cool. And I see where Up to about 30 users. Thank you everybody for watching. And it looks like the print just finished. So let's see if it failed or not. No, it looks good. Here, I'll go show it. I'll go hold it up in front of the camera. So no warping or anything like that. It didn't smell when I opened the door. It turned out really, really good. And then nope, got the designs that you should probably share. Yeah, get them out there. That was a cool nozzle. So this nozzle right here, you said that you designed, used Fusion 360, I'm assuming, for that. That thing's crazy looking. That's pretty funny. It looks cool. All right, we're at the top of the hour here. Are there any other questions or anything from new users or anything like that before we call it a night and I let everybody get back to enjoying their weekend? The boat is 95% printed. The NQD is a cheapo eBay boat that was a toy. The other is plastic. And then Skyrider, no problem. Happy to do this. We have more viewers than we have in previous ones, so I appreciate all the new people out there that are watching. Hopefully you guys find value in this, and gals out there. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out, and we'll call it a weekend. And be sure to tune in tomorrow. A good video on Slicer software tomorrow, so especially new people out there, if you're looking for that stuff, watch tomorrow's video. And otherwise, have a great weekend, everybody. And I'll see everybody tomorrow and next weekend. Hit that like button on your way out. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.